Moms are always putting their family need before their own. So now that the kids are back in school, how about some mommy me time? Dr. Bill Johnson of Innovations Medical is here with in-office ways to have that mommy makeover. We're happy to have you here this morning. Okay, so what does a mommy makeover entail? What does that mean?
Well, a mommy makeover is really talking about getting mom's look or body back in shape after a pregnancy. But you also have a lot of women, you know, with work and raising a family, they just don't have time to exercise. So we usually think of it as helping correct the stomach or the muffin top or lift the breasts back up, but they're really quite personalized because each woman has a little bit different need.
Wait, you mentioned the stomach, and I'll tell you what, I'm not a mommy, but that is an issue for me. So I looked down and somehow this bulge developed and these love handles, and I'm probably eating the wrong stuff. How do we get rid of that?
Well, a lot of times it can be really hard to get rid of. Exercise and weight loss won't really always do it, and when that's the case, we like to use a combination of Smart Lipo and Tickle Lipo. Tickle Lipo is a powered liposuction that really does a great job of reducing the look and avoiding some of the ripples and unevenness that have been a historic problem with older liposuction techniques. The Smart Lipo is great for helping tighten the skin and avoiding loose or droopy skin afterwards. So it's a really nice, very up-to-date combination of tools that we can do in the office under local anesthesia.
You know, on that note of loose skin, some moms have the opposite problem. They've actually lost so much weight that they had that loose skin, or maybe even some stretch marks to get rid of. You can help them also. Yeah,
and for those folks, there's radio frequency skin tightening, which is non-invasive, non-surgical, really is a great option. And you can see that this makes a really big difference. This is about after 6 months.
Look at that difference.
Okay, wow. And again, this is one of those patients of ours that you had to go back and look at the chart and make sure you had the right pictures put together because the results are so nice. So really great advantage on that. Then here's another Thermage patient, and again, about 6 months later, so much of a difference. This patient thought she'd have to have a tummy tuck, and we were able to do this with no surgery at all, just using radio frequency. Sometimes the thighs are a bit of a problem too, and we get the crepiness around the thighs and can really run into problems. So Thermage or Legend's a great option here as well to help make sure that we get that tightened up.
You know, I've actually had an opportunity to see one of your patients, the before and after Thermage, at your office. It was live, and I'll tell you what, I mean, even in the time of Good Morning Texas, it was such a difference, and that's just about an hour's time.
Yeah, and it's a great option for those folks.
Oh, it was incredible. I actually can't stop thinking about that patient. I mean, these are all things that we can do in office, but what about some mommies that have a little more to lose outside of the office?
Well, we still can do in the office. We can still do abdominoplasty or tummy tuck.
Okay.
So this is a patient that just has too much sagging and too many stretch marks for she doesn't have any fat, so liposuction is not an option. Thermage is really not going to do it.
Okay.
So we did what's called an awake abdominoplasty or tummy tuck in the office. She's mildly sedated. It's done mostly under local. It makes it much safer, and doing it in the office also allows us to reduce the cost. It's much more affordable as well.
You know, and it's also reassuring that you don't have to leave the office for even something you might think you would have to. But let's face it, ladies, I understand because I have friends that after you have babies, the girls, well, they're not quite up where they used to be. Okay, so how can we keep a little more perky on the front end?
Well, we like to use natural breast augmentation, where we take your own fat and put it into the breast to give some lift and additional volume. It's a great option, and you also have the advantage of getting liposuction at the same time. So we can take it from that bulge you don't like that's appeared and put it where you lost it, where you wanted it, up above with the breasts.
You know, I always tell you that really is a win-win. Get rid of something you don't want, put it somewhere you might need, right?
That's exactly right.
And you have a special offer for some of these mommies at home that are watching.
That's right. For the rest of September, we're going to take $1,000 off their liposuction procedure. Wow. So it's a real good deal, but we're running out of spots, so need to call.
Okay, so act fast. Here's that number right now. I'll slow down so you can write it down or put it in your cell phone. Give them a call right now. It's 214-420-7970. Set up that free consultation. Come in and just ask some questions. See what is best for you. You can also find out more at innovationsmedical.com.